Okay, we are here today with our year one reps. They've survived the year. Guys, could we just go round? Sam, if we start with you. You survived the year. Can you just say who you are? And can you tell us what you did before the course?
Okay, so I'm Sam. Before the course, I was a stay-at-home mum. And I basically joined the course to be able to get my career back on track.
Okay, awesome. We'll go to Katie next.
Before the course, I worked in IT and I got furloughed during the pandemic, had a baby and thought I don't want to go back into that. So, yeah, same as Sam, really. I wanted to restart my career.
And you think about teaching as well?
Yes, I work in a play scheme and have done since I was like 16 as well. So, yeah, I thought I'd take that avenue instead.
Okay, we'll go to Dan next.
Okay, my name's Dan. Before the course, I was doing working in hospitality. Did it in many different places. Wanted to do something a bit more career-minded for the future, and I did college courses and then did this PES course with Cardiff Met.
We're going to say a lot PES. For those that are watching, PES, we shorten it. Our lives are way too busy. So Primary Education Studies is PES. So you'll get used to it. It's fine. Aisha.
Hi, I'm Aisha. Prior to joining Cardiff Met, I was teaching at a private school, American curriculum private school in Bahrain. Got back here to find out that I couldn't teach, even though I have tons of experience, like 12 years of it. Working in agencies, just floating around schools as a TA. So I thought, go back, get my teaching degree so I can get back to teaching because I missed it.
Awesome. So a real range, a real mix. So you survived the year. We'll start with a positive. What have you enjoyed about the year? We've had a whole year now, you've finished. Anyone want to start us off? You've got to say something nice.
Everything. Every minute. Ups, downs, highs, lows, every single minute. Get a bit stressful when it's time to submit assignments, but other than that, every single minute has been amazing.
Okay, that's great to hear. Anyone else? What else have you enjoyed?
I agree. I've enjoyed it all, even the stress. I've enjoyed. It's just been, I think, because we're such like a small class, it's nice to have we're all quite close. Because it's quite a small, class, like I said, and it's just been so good to have everyone, it's just been amazing. Like Aisha said, I've just really loved it. Excited for you too.
Can you give us a bit of a flavour of like things you've done this year? Maybe modules you've done, or anything you've enjoyed with maybe children coming to classes or activities you've done, reading. Give us a flavour of maybe something you've enjoyed from the course. It's great to hear that you've enjoyed it.
So I actually really enjoyed doing the group assignments, which is very controversial, but I think I found a solid group who are definitely going to be my year 2 group as well. We just worked together really well, like I said, I enjoyed it when we had lots of different things to do in seminars. We did a lot of outdoor things as well, which was really fun, and I really enjoyed I don't know if it's going to be the same for next year, but I enjoyed the flexibility of it. I know Sam will totally agree with me on this. It's being online. Some of it online is so flexible when having a child.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, definitely. I think, for me, being a stay-at-home mum for about 6 years, after my long career in childcare, it's kind of given me that love back of what I've always wanted to do. So the fact that it's so flexible with my daughter and school run and, and being able to sort of do things that I haven't done before with technology, and then being able to bring that home to her and, being able to use that with her, I think that's what I've enjoyed, that I can use it on the go.
You guys, the reps, you always feed back to me things that you like and things that could be improved. And one of the things you mentioned was the online lectures. And it blows my mind that you'd listen to some of the staff. I talk fast enough, but you'd say that you'd speed us up, slow us down, and you like that flexibility of rewinding stuff. And so all the lectures are recorded, and that's going to continue for next year, but then the seminars are more hands-on. Hands up, who does do this fast forwarding and rewinding of... I'd hate to hear myself on a
I'm okay.
a faster speed.
We don't have to with you, Nick.
Like you said, we've got busy lives.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So this video we discussed just before we started. This video's to help new students starting the course. I'll take you back to you guys starting, and I can remember your first days for all of you. Tell us a little bit about how you felt before starting, and maybe anything that could help the new students. How did you feel? You got that confirmation letter or email. How did you feel about starting?
I think most of us had mixed emotions. We were excited the fact we got accepted onto the course, but then nervous as to who we would be with, what the age range would be, whether we'd get on with people, whether they get on with us. I think that was something I sort of thought initially in the first phase was, am I going to get on with people? And thankfully I have. I don't think there's anyone that I can say that I haven't got along with. But yeah, they've just accepted us. Me being one of the older guys on the course, they've just accepted us into it, and that's really good. I enjoyed that part, thankfully.
Okay.
Anyone else? How did you feel? You got your confirmation email through?
I was very impatient. You knew from the beginning of the year, and you had to wait until September till we could start. I think I was emailing admissions every week. Right, what's happening next? When will I expect to hear something? What do I have to do now? So it would have been helpful for us to have a timeline of when things happened, but leading up to the day, on the day, so I'm the oldest in the course. Like Dan said, I was really, really nervous, but I was excited at the same time because I love to learn. And being welcomed in by all of these kids, which to me they are kids. I'm old enough to be their mum, and they're just treating me like one of their own. It's like I was the same age as them. You would never know that I was any older or any younger, and they've all been amazing. Lecturers have been amazing. It's just been. I wish I'd done it earlier. That's all I could say. Wish I'd done it a lot earlier.
Any advice then? Because if you could go back, what advice would you give to yourself? Think back to that first week or that period in the summer. Any advice you'd offer to yourself that you wish that you'd heard from somebody before?
That I didn't need to buy so many pens.
So we were laughing at Aisha earlier for the stationery queen that she is. You see her laying it all out on the desk in seminars.
Just me, Katie as well.
Katie as well, definitely. Yeah, so I think there's that common myth that you need to buy. You've got to have the new pencil case, obviously starting with university. But there's this common myth that you've got to buy all the books. You've got a library full.
Next year as well.
Sorry?
I've already planned the one for next year as well.
Of course you have.
For me, I watched a million prepping for uni videos. What's in my bag? All of this. And you don't need it. You don't need it. If you're taking notes on a laptop or an iPad, don't get notebooks because you don't need them. You're just wasting them. If you are going to take notebooks, you just need big pens, Post-it notes, and that's it. That's literally all I've used. And highlighters. That's it. I bought all different kinds of pens, all different coloured pens. I would suggest, though, get colouring pens because there are some modules where we're going to be designing stuff and you will need colouring pens.
Yeah. Katie's dying to chip in here with stationery talk.
Yeah, same. I just use OneNote now. Sometimes I don't even come in. I'm like, Dan, do you have a piece of paper I can borrow? Because I don't even bring my notebook anymore. It's just OneNote. That is a lifesaver as well. Use OneNote, use OneDrive. Like, oh my goodness. Honestly, OneNote is like my favorite thing on this planet. And a lot of people don't use it. I can see people in the other side of the class like, open up a Word document to take notes. I'm like, no, one note, you got this. Have a play around with things before you come to uni as well. I would definitely say just, play around as soon as you get like your Moodle logins and things, play around with everything and watch the videos on the Pairs Society. I know I'm preaching to the choir by here because this is where it's going to be, but watch all of the older videos. That's what I did, and honestly it eased my anxiety so much. I had a bit of a flip side of Aisha's experience because I didn't actually get accepted until the August because I didn't apply until really late. So I was actually I had a month to wait, if that. But yeah, just prep as much as you can, basically.
Yeah. Anyone else want to maybe mention any resources? I mean, you mentioned there, OneNote's brilliant. I would suggest that all you need is a laptop, maybe some paper, if you want to scribble down any ideas and things. OneDrive, all Cardiff Met students get access to OneDrive. So I used to be a OneNote convert, Katie, but then I was shown notes on OneDrive, and I'm sorry, I've turned to the dark side. It's good.
Yeah.
Sam?
I'm going to in Notability.
I'm still with my pen and paper. I'm still doing my pen and paper and my post-it notes everywhere. Yeah.
But seminars as well, we encourage you to use your phones, use iPads, whatever you're comfortable with. We're promoting digital competence and everything. So, whatever you're comfortable with using. But yeah, I think, as you said it definitely there, you don't need to buy it a great deal. Another thing, I always get emailed about buying books and things. We've got a library full, you've got digital access. It's not any book that you need to buy before starting.
That's what I found mad about this course, is that you didn't have to buy any books. Because I went to Bristol first coming out of school, only for a year, and they were literally the first day, or before the first day, they were right, you need to buy all of these books. And all of my student finance went on these books because I was I need to buy them because they've told me to. But yeah, you don't have to with this course. It's brilliant.
So we're going to talk now about a typical week. I get a lot of emails from new students talking about a typical week. And it's hard for you guys because timetables will change. Obviously, we've been through pandemic where things were a lot different. It was a lot more online. But do any of you want to share what's a typical week like for you? That could include, your work. That could include placements, experience in schools. Anyone want to share what's a typical week in university for any of you?
So for me, Monday morning, I can have a little bit of a chill in the morning, head to uni in the afternoon, a seminar in the afternoon. Then on the Tuesday, you would have an online seminar, usually, maybe a Tuesday, maybe a Thursday. And then Wednesday, Thursday, I would just tend to sort of get my reading done, whatever I need to do, the tasks I need to do for the week, and just look up anything I need to. And then the Friday, I kind of organise everything, make sure I've done everything for the week. And then I kind of got my weekend free then to be with my daughter. So yeah, that's kind of my week. Okay.
Yeah. Anyone have it different? Because I know some people tend to work on the weekend, they do the uni work on the weekend, and some of you work in schools. Anyone that's different that wants to share?
Sorry, go on, Dan.
So basically for me, I do the school runs in the morning, and then I head to uni, and then I'll come back, do some work online, look at some seminars, look at some lectures, go over what I've already done that day, and then I'll do school run again in the afternoon, and then when the children go to bed, I'll go back online and do some more lectures and do some more seminars. With this course, the lectures and seminars, they fit, so it fits in nicely with how we can do it online, and hopefully I can do that further going into year 2 as well. But yeah, the typical week for me is just basically come home, do the school runs, go online, do the lectures, do the seminars, and then towards the end of the week, I'll start doing some research and looking at the documents and stuff that I need for my assignments.
Yeah, and I think that's, you guys, we talked about this in meetings before. Those that are really successful on the course are those that have gone off and they've done the reading. It's different to sixth form, it's different to college in that it's independent study, and there's not a great deal of timetable sessions, but there's a lot of tasks. And as Sam says, Dan has just said, we do expect you to go off and do the reading, watch the videos, listen to the podcasts, and that's where you need to work out, like Dan's done, in the week where you're going to do it. Is it going to be in the night? Is it going to be before school, on a run, going to get a milkshake, as we've just talked about? Whatever. Yeah. Any other tips about how to manage your week? Because I know that can be quite daunting for some people in that they're so used to having a rigid timetable. Any tips around timetabling?
I'll go on that. Because I actually work 2 days a week as well. So I would have the lectures running on my phone and listen to them while I'm at work and take notes when I get home. But when I'm not at work, when I'm not online, and when I'm not in uni, I will block my time, and I will start 9 o'clock in the morning, and I'll go on till about 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'll block schedule it, and I'll take every hour and a half, 2 hours, something. I'll take a 5-minute break, half an hour for lunch, stuff like that, and then I block it. So I'm getting all that time in to do research, listen to lectures, videos, and whatever else that need to go in for the assignments.
Yeah, and we were chatting about this in the last meeting. We were saying about the importance of attendance, just because in the sessions we're going to tell you exactly what you need to do, when you need to do it. So attendance is just so important, especially that you're not in a great deal for the week, so really making an effort to come. Do you want to mention anything on how you found attendance and things this year for yourself, and how it's made an impact?
I found it pretty easy to get to class. Obviously, it's only once a week, so it's come on, and it's great for us because we go for lunch after it. It's brilliant. But yeah, it helps so much, and it's not only attending class, it's actually engaging as well, answering questions, asking questions, working with others. This is your time to do it, so just do it. I know obviously anxiety can get the better of a lot of people, but just try and get out of your comfort zone and try and, network with your other students and ask questions, because this 3 hours on a Monday is pretty much the only time you get to do it unless it's online. So just utilize it. And the thing is as well, most modules throughout the first year, you get 10 marks for engaging. So why throw away them 10 marks? That's what I think. It's simple.
Yeah. Anyone else want to chip in?
And there's a lot of things online as well that go towards engagement. So there's on Moodle, lecturers have put on readings, there's lectures to listen to, there's videos to take part in, questionnaire surveys, and all of this goes towards your attendance as well. So just engaging in Moodle and doing all those activities helps for your attendance.
Yeah, and as well, I think a lot of students forget that we have access to all of the content that people have been engaged with. So yeah, definitely do that. You guys are representatives, your student reps. There might be some students out there that haven't heard about what a rep is, and could you just sort of say what you've done as a rep, what you do, and then if you'd recommend it? Anyone want to? You're all going silent now, going, don't do it.
I'll go. So basically a rep is just giving the student voice, asking, questions. Is there any problems? Is there any issues? Is there anything good that's happening, throughout each module? And we're basically just passing that information on to you, Nick, just so that, we all know what's happening. We all know, if we can always let you know there may be something that you don't know that's happening that, that can be changed. For me, being a rep, I stepped out of my comfort zone. I'm quite shy, especially starting the course, not knowing anybody, is quite a big deal. But I'm glad I did, because, as much as I interact with all my group that I'm in, I also get an opportunity to, socialise with the other group that we're not, we don't necessarily see all the time, so it's quite nice to have that mixture and, seeing what's happening in the other groups. Is it the same, and just getting advice, I'd recommend.
Anyone else? Any other tip? Maybe how you got started? How did you become a rep? Anyone?
I was a rep in college, so I sort of took up the role back here in uni, and it's just a way of networking, getting to know other people and getting to know their ideas about a module. It'll help you in the long run, and you can pass on the information you get from them to other people as well, and helping each other out is the main part of being a rep.
So you guys have been really proactive. We tend to meet, so I'm the year 1 tutor, there's a year 2 tutor and a year 3 tutor, but we tend to meet with the reps once a month. You guys give us feedback, as you said, and then we look to improve the course. So we keep the things that you guys enjoy, and then we'll try and make changes if possible to improve your experience, really. So any of your new students that are thinking about being a rep, definitely get in touch with myself and we can look to set that up. But something that hasn't been mentioned is obviously all the experience you've gained from this and adding to your CV, and again, working towards that PGC application.
And Nick buys us coffee in meetings.
I'm going to be bankrupt from this now as well. We're going to round up, but any final tips, anything that you wish you'd heard as a new PES student, anything you think would be helpful for the year? Or
just keep on top of things, do what Aisha was doing, block your time out. Just basically, I don't know if they know yet, but these assignments are 4-week blocks, so you get 4 weeks and then an assignment at the end, and basically they'll tell you what to do in 1 week. Just keep on top of it. That's the main thing. I think for myself personally, I tailed off a bit at the end where I wasn't keeping on top of things and it was getting a bit stressful. So that's just the main tip I've got, is just to literally just do your tasks the week that it's meant to be done, watch the lectures on the week that it's meant to be watched, and even if it's a Sunday night, just fit it in, manage your time as best as you possibly can.
That's good advice there. Any other advice?
Follow the schedule for the module on Moodle, because that will tell you each week what you're doing, what you need to do, when to do it, and why you need to do it. I use that quite a lot. I know other people have used it as well, and it's helped us get through some of the more difficult modules, and it's helped us with the easier modules as well. But just follow the schedule because it will help you.
Aisha's nodding. She's what's that? Don't buy too many pens.
Don't buy too many pens.
Yeah.
No. It's just keep on top of your time management. Like Dan said, do the tests as they're required. Do the pre-tests before the seminars, so that you don't just sit there and don't know what to talk about when you get asked, did you watch the video or did you read the chapter? Get it done before the class. It will help you so much.
Yeah. The pressure's on you now, Sam. What are the wise nugget you're going to say?
I'd say engage, go to, like Katie said, it's only 1 or 2 sessions a week. I found that more helpful, to speak to others, and, do you understand this? Do you not? And just networking and making those little friendships, because later on, you will ask for each other for help. But if you never attend and you don't know what you're doing, you're just stuck, aren't you? So yeah, definitely engage, because it's worth it in the end.
Awesome. Well, thanks
Just
so much.
Go on. No question is a silly question. Doesn't matter what you think about it or how you think you're going to sound. No question is a silly question. So ask it, because guarantee you somebody else will be thinking the same thing that you are, but they're just as afraid as you not to ask it.
Yeah, and all of the lecturers really approachable, and you guys are a brilliant example of this. If you've got a question, you just come straight away, send me an email, send everyone, on Teams or whatever, and you get in touch, and you get your question answered. So yeah, good final bit of advice, guys. Thanks so much. Well done for surviving year 1. Good luck with year 2.
Thank you,
and good luck to those people that are starting.